On this channel, we look at legal cases and concepts, world domination, news, and just generally shoot the breeze. We don't give any legal advice, but we can answer questions and hopefully point you in the right direction. We do not shy away from the topics. So if necessary, put on your big kid pants, have a cup of concrete, and pull up a chair. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or via email, and all complaints can be directed to our complaints department. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe buttons, and now let's get into it. Okay, check. Audio, check. Camera, check. Although that is a little high. Check. Chat, check. Video line, telephone, check. G'day, everybody. How are we doing? Oh, I can't believe it's only Tuesday. So, I'll move that over there, so at the very least, it looks like I'm properly talking to people, which would be good. Okay, first things first. Remember, guys, starting at 4 p.m. on Thursday, we have the 24-hour stream. We are going to have a hell of a lot of fun. So, remember to set your clocks and be there or be whatever shape. Terrible as that was. We will rock you. Interesting. Louise Tetnall. Hello, how you doing? Just early enough that we won't go back to bed since you're on at 6 a.m. Well, it's just gone 10 o'clock for me, so... Yes, by all means, John, as I said, please feel free, don't stay up on my account. I fully prefer sleep. Helen, hello from Melbourne. How are you doing? Bella Stella, good to see you too. Hello. Got this magical little quirk where I only ever sleep 5.5 hours anyway. I can always swing a power nap this evening. I do envy you that. If you only need 5.5 hours, I very much envy you that. Oh, that camera is still very high. That'll do. Favorite thing in life, to be honest, everybody sleeps too much. Sometimes you're just wrecked, to be honest. Good morning from the UK. Tell me about it. I want the weekend back. Oh, fuck, what I wouldn't give. I am hanging out for the Christmas holidays. And even then, I know that it's going to be, even then, I know it's going to be tiring because Christmas always is. And it's not going to be any sort of recharge. But at least the phone's not going to be ringing off the hook. So it's something. Can't wait to watch Aussie Overlaw'd go slowly insane over 24 hours. Look, it's not going to happen. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not going to go insane. In recent years, admittedly, it hasn't really been on. Like I haven't done it on stream, obviously, but it won't be my first. It won't be my only 24-hour day that I've done in the last. Well, there's been a couple in the last 6 months. There's been many in the last year. So, practicing for karaoke. Still got to work out how to get the karaoke working. Make sure that I've got the actual things in the background and that sort of thing. But there will more than likely be a little bit of karaoke. Sometimes you just like my time zone. Landris, look at it this way, okay? Look at it this way, and I'm speaking plainly and honestly. I moved my time schedule to be very nice to 8 a.m. my time so that my usual time would be right in the middle of the US day, okay? You're here by choice now. I know it's 6 a.m. Eastern. I know that it's 5 p.m. Central and 3 p.m. Hang on. 3 p.m. Oh, yeah, 3 hour difference. Anyway, point is, I'm aware that it's fucking early in the US. So. But you're here by choice. Hey, Cool Frog, how you doing? Still getting over the new strain of the bug. Been sick over a week now. Was only sick one day with Omicron. Damn. I don't even know what they're up to these days in terms of like names for them, but that fucking sucks. It really does. It was brutal. Almost thought I had pneumonia too. Good afternoon. Hope your workday went better than mine. Um, look, I can't really complain. It was a long day. The days in my regional office always are because it's a 4 hour round trip plus um whatever work I actually do during the day. So seeing clients, and I had a full day of clients today. I had them back to back. Only had a couple that didn't show. Um, and it's sort of you know people coming in for wills, people coming in for estates, people coming in for changes to title deeds, and I had someone come in because they want to change their name and they want assistance with it. So what's that? Some of us do live in the mountain time zone, so it's 4 a.m. Bloody hell, is that another time zone that I've got to add to my stream deck to keep track of? I suppose Central and Mountain are different, aren't they? All right, I'll add that to the clock. 3 a.m. there. Okay, so you're Pacific. Got it. Thank you, Andrew. Bella, so it's 3 p.m. over here. What the hell are you? Eastern, Central, Pacific, UK. 3 p.m. Where's 3 p.m. at the moment? Hang on. Time's it? Time clock. Yeah. During Eastern Daylight. So where? It might just be faster if you tell me where you're actually located, Bellasella. Never had an Aussie friend that you game with. Becoming more and more difficult for like Aussie adults to actually be online and play video games. So, all right. So where are we? So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you're somewhere in Europe or South or parts of South Africa, I think. 11 a.m. in the UK, good for us. No, it's fair enough, Joe. I mean, look, these aren't going to be every night, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to just sit and talk with friends, and it's a fucking long day. I'm not going to lie. Love that you're on this early now. Like I said, Flux, it won't be every night. Sometimes I just got to sleep. Teflonicron, the boosters just slide right off. Oh, so crap. So you stay busy helping the people of AU. Nice. I try. Aussie, no, the Aussies in my EQ guild don't have the call list. Nothing like being woken up to a phone call of war. Mm. 6 a.m. for you, Flux. Fair enough. I'm still blood shielding from the bloody bug because I have no immune system, having to pay a fortune to buy Evu Shield next week, so looking forward to some freedom, 11 a.m. in the UK. Holy shit, Aaron, sorry to hear about that. John, 10 p.m. You don't say. Wow, all the way from Abu Dhabi in the UAE. Far out. Okay, well there you go. I'm curious. Where is my? I bring up my YouTube studios because the for those of you that aren't content creators, and Flux, you'll know all about this. In the YouTube studios, one of the things that it gives you is analytics of where your viewership is, and it breaks it down by demographic and all that sort of thing. Um, and one thing that I do find very interesting in the analytics is where the fuck everyone is. So this month, over the last 28 days, I've had 21,400 individual views with 6 hours of watch time. Right, 6,000 hours of watch time. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. And I've had in the last 28 days, I've had an additional 288 people sub up, which is great, but it still means that I'm short uh, for the 10K before Christmas. So that's going to be one of the big drives for the 24-hour stream too. Is getting as many people to sign up as subs as possible because I just really want to see that number. I really do. So if you know anyone, if you can drag them in front of a screen, get them to log in, hit like and subscribe, please feel free to. Where are we? Where is the analytics on the subscribers? No, I don't want subscribers actually. I want audience. There it is. So for the most part, everyone that watches me are returning viewers, which I have no issues with. Although, hang on, what happened there? On Saturday the 26th, I had 723 new viewers. I can't have converted many of those into new subs. That's disappointing. Oh well. Oh well. It happens, I suppose. Uh, I'm down 75 members, which I suppose is because in the last month, in October, a lot of memberships were gifted out. And to be frank, as I've said before, I'd much prefer that people be signing up to locals than membership here. But you will still get members exclusive content. Okay, top demographics. There we are. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll move the chat over here so I can actually see what's being said. Given that I'm probably boring you all to tears. Hmm. Um, top geographics. So 60% of my viewership is from the United States, 6.9% is from the UK, 5.4 is from Australia, with Canada and Germany bringing up the rear. I find that very interesting. I really do. Hang on, traffic source. That's the other thing that I'm interested in. Traffic source. Browse features. So over the last 28 days, 13,662 people found me by browsing. Okay. Interesting. Well, there you go. Alright, now, stop boring the hell out of you. Sorry about that. They started with me finding out that decisions were made in a meeting back in August were never actually written down by the party responsible, and now I'm dealing with the fallout. Oh, don't you just fucking hate it when that happens? And it's either that or you get um oh, and was there something that someone had responsibility for, and because it wasn't written down, they skirted around it? Hate it when that happens. Camper Down, busy day. Yeah, so generally on the days when I go to Camper Down, I do the stream here, usually for the hour or so. I might push it out to an hour and a half if I don't have a meeting first thing. I'll then turn around, drive the 2 hours out to Camper Down, get set up, sit down, maybe have a cup of coffee, depending on whether or not I've got appointments straight away. If I do have an appointment, straight into the meeting room, meet with the clients, try and do work in between. I generally stagger my appointments so that I've got someone on the hour every hour. Just because I only go once or twice a week down to Camperdown as necessary. Um, so it's important for me to get in as many clients as I can because a lot of my work can be done from pretty much anywhere. I just want to make sure that the clients that I will need to meet face to face that because there are a lot of people out there that prefer to have that one-on-one face-to-face contact. A lot of it could be done over the phone. I mean, I've done matters for people where I've done everything over the phone or via correspondence. Um, but in particular, in regional Victoria, elderly farmers, they always want to eyeball you. They always want to make sure you know what you're doing, sort of thing. Um, so then, usually around 4 o'clock, 4:30, I'll hop in the car, travel back. Whether or not I can pick up Scarlett from daycare at 6:30, so I've got enough time to make it. But yeah, it makes for a long day, but it makes for an interesting day. We get an update on the baby girl, how she's doing. She's perfectly fine. She went to daycare. She had a good day, from what I can tell. She's been bright. She's been bubbly. So, but thank you very much for asking, Flux. Had one Aussie woot. Wish I still had the screenshots. Kazik Thul says he woot. There's a Canadian in the house. Ruh-roh. Hi, I see Debian. How you doing? Hello, Cloud Illusions. I want to know who from Indonesia is watching me. It's always when you get the countries that are like completely out of the blue, you know? Hang on. What did I just do with my analytics? So, geographically, let's see what the weirdest place is that I've got someone from. Well, I know who it is from South Africa. I know Turkey, Sweden, Romania, Poland, the Philippines, Norway, India, Finland, Spain, Denmark. And from there, it's Eastern European and leading into the UK and then the US. I tell you what, though, what's going on with this, guys? The average duration of views is only 17 minutes. I do fucking 3-hour streams. Jesus Christ. Do I really bore people that much? I didn't think it was that bad. Michelle Reader, hello there, and hello from the UK. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? Hmm. Literally got done with 3-month EQ stint to replay for nostalgic reasons. Emulator World already has some decent service, seeing as they allow multi-box. Wait, it's just someone with a VPN. That's actually a good point. I didn't consider that. Flux, they're right. Andrew's right. It probably is someone using a VPN. Keep plugging you on Vice stream this afternoon. Oh, cheers. Thank you. What were you streaming this day? You got me lost on that one, Aaron. Like I'm usually pretty good at deciphering things, but yeah. MN. Which one's MN? Is that Minnesota or Montana? Coffee is brewing, dogs being walked, the cat's just being a morning self. Sweet. Low key proud of the Americans right now. US represent. It was a design for software requirements that wasn't updated, so the quality department's now kicking up a storm about the software not being conforming to the design. Fuck. How many hours of coding you got to bring that up to speed then? That's really shit house. I really feel for you. I really do. Some things a phone just can't handle. It is true. That's very true. Kids bounce so well. Yes, I honestly, I really am quite happy about that. It's watching her like that, laying in bed, shivering, and knowing there was nothing I could do about it. Heartbreaking, honestly. So, doing all right. Lovely. I'm very happy to hear that. Wouldn't want to level solo now. I wouldn't think so. Hard working with little ones. Remember those days? 23 and 19 now, but it was hard. I'm mad just because it takes my hour average time. It ruins it. Okay. Been 16 minutes. I gotta go. Fair enough, Andrew. Have a good day. That day, the day you had a huge day. Uh, Fuck, now I can't remember. I don't think I streamed on the day when I had to go to the court or the mediation. And I had a big day today because I had a video call with Canada this morning, and then I had the 2-hour drive, and then I had back-to-back appointments. So, while I'll always not last longer than 17 minutes, they can't handle the awesomeness. I was right. It was Minnesota. Well, there you go. You hear the Croc Wrangler's going to be charged? Yes, I did see that. Um, I haven't looked too terribly into it, but the whole thing with the helicopter seems a little bit sus to me. So, I gotta stop drinking that crap. In Minnesota, 3 hours north of Rackets. Oh, well, there you go. Just letting you know, the member stream you did last night, you can watch when you're not a member. You just can't chat. Oh, really? Oh, well, there's no real point to doing that, then, is there? Shit. Major bosses in EQ had an ability called Death Touch. They'd insta-use it on the first person they aggroed and announce it in the zone-wide message calling out the person's name. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's brutal. Hey, Amy Warrior, how you doing? Karina J, Joy. Is it J or Joy? I'm assuming Joy. She's fine. She got over the sickness, thank God for that, and she's bounced back pretty quickly. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Tomorrow is the court case for the train crash. We'll be interested to see what happens. Hmm, keep an eye on that. I'm considering ducking in on Vices with his court stream tonight, so that may influence on what I do tomorrow. But I tell you what, I'm fucking tired. I don't know that I've got a court stream in me, to be honest. I'd much rather be able to get up and uh, like do a proper stream with you guys, basically. Even the wife said to me yesterday. Sorry, even the wife said to me tonight. So, are you going to be streaming longer this tomorrow morning? Given that you haven't done a lot of streaming over the last couple of days, and I was like, yeah, I probably should. God, she puts up with a lot. Luke was our main monk. The job in EQ was to go eat the death touch. Ah. Okay. You had a call with Canada, the entity? No, just a Canadian. Just a random Canadian. The Croc Wrangler? Yeah, kind of like a... It is Jay. Sorry. The Croc Wrangler's sort of like a Crocodile Hunter rip-off reject sort of thing. Um, they've got some good videos. They're a little bit more... Whereas Steve Irwin was Aussie and like clean cut and that sort of thing, but still an Aussie knockabout. The Croc Wranglers are more of your sort of like, for lack of a better term, grubby. So, but one of the guys has died, and one of them's being looked at for interfering with the body and various other things. So it's a bit of a thing. Bit of a thing. Pronounced Minnesota. 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 I don't care. I know it was Minnesota. Minnesota. Watching even though I wasn't a member. Well, there you go. Had a few people become members during the member stream. That is true. And that was quite helpful, honestly. Saw the members chat even though I'm not a member at the moment. Okay. Hit to Plussy. Oh, fuck. I forgot about Rumble again. I'm such a bad Rumble parent. Sorry, guys. There's 7 of yous watching. Although, thankfully, it doesn't look like there's been any Rumble chat, so... Can't feel too bad about it, then. And scroll that down there. Okay. Wish I would stream at Melbourne Magistrates Court. I'm assuming they don't do anything like that. Not for Magistrates Court. County Court, you can... What the fuck? Flux. Magistrates Court will generally not be streamed because, there's so many hundreds of cases that go out on any single day in the Magistrates Court. So, look, if it was federal court, there might have been a chance. County Court, probably not. Supreme Court, they have been streaming a few more of those, but no, look, unless someone's genuinely there in the courtroom, you're not going to go. You're not going to know how that case goes unless they decide to report on it in the Age or News.com. So sorry about that, Crystal. Nade, hello. How you doing? He's a dick, the Croc Wrangler. Yeah. Very butch and manly. That's one way to put it. Sorry, Mr. Bell. Good to see you all. Mr. Bell? Really? Do you know what the status is of the David McBride trial? Don't really understand how it worked. Hang on. Oh, he was a whistleblower for Afghanistan. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got most recently? Lawyers for the former military lawyer withdrew an application for protection after the government sought to quash testimony. He's being prosecuted for allegedly leaking a cache of documents to the ABC that informed on a series on alleged war crimes in Afghanistan that led to the much publicised federal police raid on the ABC's offices in 2019. 2 experts were set to support his case, but Commonwealth lawyers sought to have their testimony quashed under the public interest immunity laws. The law suppressing the information will prejudice the public interest if they were made public. Yeah, sure, probably because it shows evidence of the war crimes. McBride said there was little prospect of success without their evidence. The government played the national security card to the absolute hilt. Wow, they're really screwing him over in terms of that case. When's the Brereton report's out? I haven't actually read through it yet. Mm, okay, so as of last month, it appears that the case is still ongoing, but that they are being pretty heavy-handed when it comes to suppressing the evidence that would support him, and I'm shocked by that. I really am. Not in the slightest. It's just one more. It's one big massive.
Fuck you!
So anyway, producers of the law say they do not do enough to proactively protect and support whistleblowers and give little protection to those who publicly blow the whistle on matters of national security. No shit, you think? So look, at the moment, it's still ongoing. Federal government's already committed to overhauling the Public Interest Disclosure Act, which was enacted in 2013. Looks like it's still before the courts. So, show feed on a thumbnail, but it goes either up or down immediately. My job, it sucks. The only reason I stayed as long as I have is because I need the contract to get a mortgage. Now actively looking for something else, but still wasted 6 years of my life. Damn. How's that sucks. How's Ben Robert Smith? We're still waiting on the decision. Basically, at this point, it's just that the court's already heard everything they need to. And the court's going to take however long they take. Okay. The court's going to take however long they need to write the judgment, and then they'll basically inform the parties and provide copies to the public. So we're pretty much in a holding pattern for Ben Robertson Smith, I should say. It'll make the news. The ATSB is blaming New South Wales Trains and the ARTC, Federal Rail Network, for the train crash that killed 2 people last year. Oh, well, in that case, yeah, it'll certainly make it. McBride trial would be awesome. Yes, but there's absolutely no way that it's televised. I can tell you that right now. They're specifically using it to try and cover up exactly what happened. They're going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that that's not publicised. Besides, it's in federal court, so the prosecution's got a pretty good case to have that not publicised. Oh shit, we have a super chat. Don't forget to support your Aussie friends living in a dome in Ohio. Send them money to help fight gain independence. Thank you, Flux, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Love listening to Aussie. Keep us up to date on the happenings. I try. Julian Assange is not guilty. That's my edgy take for the AM. I don't think Julian Assange did a damn thing wrong. So, yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Court days to be determined whether charges will be dealt with as summary offences or be tried in a higher court or as indictable offences. Okay. So it's a committal hearing. Basically, Crystal, that's going to be over pretty damn quick if there was a death involved. That's going to wind up in the county court pretty damn quickly. I was wondering why it was in the magistrate's court. Anyway, yes, people, the phone number is pinned. I do currently have a US number pinned in the chat. If you would like to call in, please feel free. It is a local call because it is all set up through VoIP, so you don't have to worry about international charges or anything like that. I believe I also have a Las Vegas one. I don't remember whether or not I'm pretty sure I've got it set up for the New York one at the moment. But here to explain the difference between summary and indictable. Summary and indictable, for the most part, basically just comes down to the length of jail time that's attributed to the case. To the particular charge. For the most part, I think if it's over 12 months, it has to be tried as an indictable offence unless it forms part of the schedule to the Summary Offences Act. And basically, the magistrate's court has. Oh hell! Where's my slideshow? Hang on. Might as well get this right. Courts. Under the Magistrates Court Act, the Magistrates Court can hear civil disputes up to the value of $100,000 from debts, damages, other money disputes, or equitable relief. The Magistrates Court hears both summary offences, being those under the Summary Offences Act for traffic offences, minor assaults, property damage, and offensive behaviour, as well as some indictable offences, provided that they can be heard summarily. Indictable offences must go to the county or Supreme Court unless the maximum penalty for the crime is less than 10 years imprisonment, or there is an exception under the schedule. At a committal hearing, the magistrate may order the accused to stand trial in the county court or the Supreme Court if necessary. So that's about as far as I got through with that. I was doing a complete PowerPoint on the different court systems here in Victoria, but I was already on like 10 slides, and I lost momentum because I didn't think anyone was going to give a shit. So, um, yeah. So if the maximum penalty is 10 years or less, or there's an exception, then it can be heard in the county court, I believe. And it should be 12 months for the magistrate's court. Either way, it's going to wind up in the it'll wind up in the county court. Would be my suspicion. If it's not transferred to the federal court, frankly. Meh. I'll give you the 10 out of 10. Lovely. Hey Jude, how you doing? What the hell? I've been kicked out of my subscription again. YouTube frustrates me. YouTube's very frustrating. It's literally been every time I've looked at my memberships, it's been one step forward, two steps back. I have no idea what the hell they're doing. I really don't. Sometimes, some mornings I wake up and I've made it to 8,300, and then like 10 minutes before I go live, it'll be down to like 8,286 again. So somehow I lose 14 subscribers right before I go live. It makes no sense whatsoever. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. That was corny and terrible. You still sleeping? Fair enough. What the hell is going on with the... Sorry, my laptop charge just decided that it doesn't want to charge the laptop all of a sudden. Plug that in. Should be right. There we go. Right. Happens to you too when you're a mod. Yes, please remember to check your subs. You really should. We all just agree Metallica is too old for a new album and move on. I don't know. It could be interesting. What I don't understand is if a state actor says you can't bring X because of national security, why isn't it like we assume everything that they say is a direct verdict of not guilty? It's actually not a bad way of looking at it, really, because as far as I'm concerned, there never should be any sort of national security quashing. If evidence is being provided that is of a national security, there is no reason why those specific matters should be raised in front of a judge that has appropriate clearance. Just because it's a matter of national security does not mean that the evidence should not be provided and should not be argued in front of a judge. So, I've never liked the idea of national security excuses. National security and military is so secretive. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Bunnings is sacking 300 workers. Oh yay, not. Yeah, well. I mean, look, the economy sucks. Everyone's making cutbacks wherever they need to. Bunnings, being such a large company, something was bound to give, basically. I mean, they did pretty well during the bug to try and keep all their staff on board. I was reasonably impressed with Bunnings, frankly. But I can't say I'm surprised. It was gonna happen eventually. Beast. Besides banging expensive prostitutes without a sheepskin coat, he did nothing wrong. Oh yeah. He's still keeping an eye on the Kanye Burger case? Yes, and that is one of the things that we'll be going through on Friday. That's part of my... sorry, when I say Friday, I mean Thursday. As part of the 24-hour stream, we'll be going through the court documents. Because things do continue to keep building up, basically. What about me, Hayden? What about you, Alan? What about you? What? Who? What did I miss? Did I not say hello?
Hello there.
Um, 900 numbers are kinky. I didn't do that on purpose. I just so when they assign you international numbers, you basically just go through and you pick, okay, state, city, here's a random number that's available. So anyway. Mm. But as a company, who goes to jail? My boss? That would be interesting. It would be whoever has ultimate responsibility for the determinations. I mean, if they're um so for example, if there's a wrongful termination suit or something like that, then whoever made the decision in HR is usually the one that has to face ultimate responsibility. Ultimately, though, the CEO, the CFO of the companies generally have legal liability, including criminal responsibility for it, unless they can show that an employee acted outside of their assigned duties. So they were not an agent of the company at the time that they did whatever they did. So, sounds a lot like how cases are tried in Canada. I should think so. I'd call in, but I can't think of anything to talk about, so I just call you gay and hang up. Fair enough. I'd call in, but it'd still be international for me. Also, I don't have much to say. Fair enough. I hit the plusy, but I still can't chat in any live stream. Really? I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't see any chat on Rumble. I'm not sure what the hell is going on there. Let's just okay. Just double check the. Okay, so it's definitely working. Video's going out there. Rumble needs to fix that shit. Yeah, there's a few things that Rumble needs to do. Like me, not in the USA, but thoughts on Judge Jennifer Darrow in the Wisconsin Supreme Court run. She's running for Supreme Court, is she? Damn, I didn't know that. I watched part of the interview that she did with what is it, WSJ4 or whatever the hell it was. I didn't realize that she's the chief judge of the county at the moment. So it's interesting. So she's actually running for Wisconsin Supreme Court, is she? Hang on. So she'll decide on run for Wisconsin Supreme Court in the next couple of days. Apparently, she said that in the last 19 hours. 7 hours. Okay. Okay, so it was part of the interview, so I haven't watched the whole thing, the whole of it, the whole way through. Oh fuck it! Should we just watch that? What do we think, chat? I mean, I've already watched part of it. I'm well aware that it is dry, but I'm sure we can make it fun. Maybe YouTube just doesn't count your channel as a real entity in the real world, since we all know Australia isn't real. Fucking hell! I wish that moron had never put that forward. It gives me like it physically angers me, and it's not because people are making fun of it. It's because the guy is an absolute moron, and that has been perpetuated. Has Metallica done anything right since Napster? It's a good question. All right. Where's this video? Oh, hang on. No, I want to open that in Edge, don't I? YouTube. Judge Barrow interview. Um, Here it is. Move that across so that I can then switch that onto the news page. And news page. Switch to Microsoft Edge. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, hang on. I can get rid of the subscription goal thing again for the moment. to be there. All right, let's have a quick listen to this. It's 11 minutes. Hopefully, it's not going to be too dry.
Right, excellent.
Great to see you. Thanks for making time. I know there's limits to what we can talk about here, right? So we'll do our best to try to navigate through this. But this was such an important trial and moment for this community. What can you tell us about the experience for you
All right.
and how you managed through this?
Well, I can't talk about the specifics of the case. I have some ethical considerations to be mindful of. What I can say is I was really
She looks so
honored
different without the robes
that
on.
this case was assigned to me and given really the privilege of navigating through it from the beginning, not really knowing where it would all go. Certainly the amount of time that I spent on the case was longer than any case I had personally been involved with, whether as an attorney or as a judge, to set aside an entire month of my calendar. But a lot of long days, a lot of support from my colleagues was truly, truly amazing. And we often say, you know, when you have a case like that, you don't go through it alone. And my colleagues were tremendous in their support and helping me out in a variety of different ways.
So talk about that, because you're the chief judge in Waukesha County, but there's a team. You have a team, and there was a lot of people involved. How did the team do? How did you manage the team?
Sure. So could not do something like this, really any trial, without the team with the clerk of courts, our district court administrator, my in-court and out-of-court team, so my
She's the one who hugged
deputy
peeps at
clerk
the end?
and
Hang
legal
on.
clerk.
Sorry, no, that was the cruise judge. This is Brooks's judge. So it's interesting. I mean, like I said, I had no idea that she was the chief judge of the county, and apparently this is the first time she's had to set aside a month for a trial. I mean, it's like, well, hang on. Is this really something you should be in charge of then? So, I tell you what, I keep watching videos out of that cruise trial as well, and it was just such an unprofessional shit show that it's not funny. Second interview you've seen her do? Really? Must have missed the first one.
My court reporter, of course, and so many logistics. And there's a lot of planning, a lot of team building. Of course, needed the sheriff's department involved because they're in charge of courtroom security. And then, of course, the jail for any time there's an in custody defendant, they have to be involved as well. So a lot of communication. I really take my hats off to our clerk of court, Monica Paz, and our district court administrator, Mike Nyman, for really taking the brunt of all of that and keeping things organized. So
Hang on, what was that? Can you explain how the people can call from different countries to the PIN number? So anyone in the US could just dial it as if it's a regular US number. It's literally it's a local landline out of New York that just gets transferred off to my VoIP system. So I've already used it to call out. I can call it through Canada. It can call in through various places. You should just be able to call it as a normal local number if you're in the US. Anyone outside the US, I might have to look at maybe putting adding a UK number or something like that. Anyone in Australia can feel free to call through on. Where's the number going? Won't be a second. Probably should have actually put that one up there too. Sorry, won't be a second. I got the rest of my phone numbers getting changed over in the morning as well, so I've got 4 hours of no phone calls. Basically sleep. So if you're in Australia, oh wait, hang on. That's the other international number. Okay, if you're in Australia, you can call 03-9125-0541. Actually, you know, I'll just put both of those in the chat. Oz is 03-9125-0541. US is 9 914-343-1816 or 1-844-235-9634. Right, send that. Place pin comment there. Yeah, so both of those numbers will, well, technically those three numbers will all come through to my web phone, which is connected to my laptop, which is next to me. Very innovative. Thank you so much. No worries, very innovative. You're very welcome. Tim Paul basically wears one cup bra to support his cold head. Okay. Unlimited calls anywhere in Australia. Well, there you go. Oh, look, if people want to call in, I'm happy to. It's more just the numbers are there in case anyone wants to chat. I mean, it's basically about making sure that that it's all working and up and running for Thursday. But I mean, I just doubled that at 2. That's a bad dad joke. Definitely not D cups. I just won't have to buy milk for months. Oh god, what the hell is that? I don't even want to know. Anyone see that Kanye walked out on Tim Pool? I had heard that. Voice guess. Yep. The 5 p.m. show I already would have. I woke up the wife whispering to my dogs. My voice is super deep and carries. No, fair enough. All right. Where were we?
So that I could focus on the task at hand.
So how did you stay focused? You knew this was a big community event, but it was also attracting national attention, also had some political narratives attached to it as well. So how did you manage all the attention and the distractions?
Badly.
Honestly, I just did my job every single day like I would for any case. And
If that's how you would handle any other case, you should not be on the
jury
Supreme Court.
selection, for example,
sorry.
I take a large role in that, which is different than
Sex
some
bots,
judges
sex
and how
bots.
I conduct
There's
a
a
jury
sex
selection
bot.
for all of my cases. And I'll even go back before my day even starts. I am a strong woman of faith, and without that, I think it would be hard pressed to get through something with such stress and pressure and the weight of everything. And that's day in and day out for any judge. So I start my day every day reading my Bible and in prayer to kind of put myself in the right attitude and mindset. I truly, truly believe that what I do is not a career, it's a calling. And
Right.
that I serve the people of the state of Wisconsin and the citizens of Waukesha County. And
Wait, what? Big number is not in the service. God damn it. Hang on. Thank you for letting me know. I shall have to have a look. Where's... I'll let that play while I
that's
look
my
it up.
focus. That's what keeps me going. And I'm that guardian of the rights for not just victims, but defendants. And I take that role really, really seriously. And that's how I went about each and every day, and a lot of preparation. I have a wonderful law clerk. I mean, there are certain issues you can predict may come up. And so we were prepared with all of those. And then if issues would come up, I, of course, would have him work on things. And then I would take those and run with it and make the decisions that I needed to make.
So how did you provide
Okay,
that
it was
balance?
my
So
fault.
you
I hadn't
knew
updated the configuration.
impact that this tragedy had in the community, but you also knew what your role was going to have to be as a judge.
Sorry.
How did you find that balance?
Following the law is a great thing to do, right? And I would
Was
do
that
that
take
in
a
any
message?
case, not just this.
It was me calling it.
And
Oh,
really
hello.
focus on what does the
Thank you for calling Aussie Overlaw'd. How may I direct your call?
Hi, it's Crystal here. I'm
Hey, Crystal.
testing. Is it working? Yes.
Very much it's
There you
working. Excellent.
Okay.
Loving that. Thank you so much for calling in to test it. How's things?
Okay, not bad.
Not bad?
Work, looking for a new job. yeah, all that stuff. Having fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So this case with the train crash that's supposed to go through tomorrow. I mean, presumably you're watching this pretty closely. Um,
Yeah.
do we know what caused the actual crash itself, or is it they putting it
Well,
down
the
to
driver was
negligence?
going too fast.
Driver was going
Okay,
too
so
fast.
he was doing 120 in a 15 zone.
Whoa!
Okay, but he wasn't informed that it was a 15 zone. Okay, so that's why the case, like, that's why they're going after the employer
Yeah.
and the track owner,
Mhm.
because the track owner notified us, like our employer, the day before, but we only get weekly updates.
Right.
As to what's happening. So every Thursday we get an update as to what the speeds will be.
Okay.
And this happened on a Tuesday. And the ARTC, who owns the network, they informed our company on the Monday,
Mhm.
but we don't get told until Thursday. And then by then it's too late. He's already had the crash. He's dead, and so is someone else. And yeah.
So it really came down to sort of like lack of efficiency and basically negligence as to who communicated and when.
Yeah, they're saying that the systems were just not good enough. This, like, the safety management system.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, fair enough. In all the articles, it says that that they've changed the procedures to include confirmation that we've got the information.
Yeah.
But they haven't.
So they're flat out
Where
lying.
I am.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there seems to be, like, any time something like this happens.
Mhm.
Like, we had someone killed. It would have been about 7 years ago now, falling inside the train when we were shunting.
Right.
Okay, like pulling a train apart.
Yeah. Yep.
And they announced that one of the findings was that we're now going to take 15 minutes to check the train before we actually do it.
Right.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. Okay, they didn't change anything. They say, oh, we're going to do this, but they never do. Okay, that's why I think that actually going to court, and what a lot of my co-workers are looking at, is maybe they might actually start implementing these changes.
Right. Okay.
That they say that they're going to do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose I know that they put a premium on keeping the trains running on time. Not that I think either New South Wales or Victoria trains ever run on time. But
Yeah, they don't. But we try. Okay. Like, your safety is a priority, but you've got to know that what you're doing is dangerous.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, if the speed limit is always 120 or 130, why would you drive at 15?
You wouldn't. Not unless it had been actually properly communicated to you. No, I completely get that.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know what the reason was for the massive drop? I mean, it's literally like a tenth of the speed.
Yeah. They changed the track. Like, instead of running on the main line, they were diverting the train onto a loop line, like a side track.
Right. Okay.
So the 15 was to get onto the side track. I don't know how to.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I can picture in my head. So you had the sort of the split off exchange, and it was 15, so that it actually makes it onto the onto the side. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. And for some reason that it wasn't communicated that they need to slow down at that space. That's honestly, that's terrible. It really is.
Yeah.
So what actually, like, how did that cause a death? I mean, I'm assuming that there was no.
So the train driver and the train pilot, which was a Victorian rail worker,
Right.
they were in the front carriage. So the front carriage completely tipped over. Okay, and then slid. Okay, and I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, I'm assuming debris got into the crew cab and maybe a head injury or something.
Right.
Okay, the second carriage, which is the one that had the customers on it, that kind of tipped over a bit too. Okay. But I'm not 100% sure what the cause of death was. Okay, but it was going very fast. It fell off the tracks onto its side and then kept going for quite some time. Okay, until it, stopped from, momentum. Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay.
That was in Wallen.
Sorry, in Moreland.
What is that? How you say it? It's WALLEN, I think.
Oh, Wallen.
Victoria.
Wallan. Yep,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, okay. No, fair enough. Okay, and so that's going to the Magistrates Court tomorrow. Interesting. Well, I'll certainly have to keep an eye out for it anyway. I'm sure it'll pop up in the news irrespective, but certainly if you hear anything before I do, let me know, because that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. Oh, it will definitely make all the work gossip channels.
Yeah.
Okay. We're very good at sharing articles about rail stuff.
No, fair enough. All right. Well, look, I'm going to keep moving on, but thank you so much for calling in to check this worked. It's nice to know that it's all finally up and working.
Well, this number works anyway.
Yes. Well, I'm fairly confident the international one works. I have tried calling it before, but we'll certainly see.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Cheers. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, well, there we have it. It is actually up and running. Lovely to see that. Did I just see... Sorry, it does look like I missed over something. Our World Queensland has subscribed. Thank you very much. I do love having new subscribers. And did I miss anything else? Let me just double check. 28 minutes ago. No, that was Flux, so I got that. All right. 120 on a curve. No, from the sounds of it, it was at a junction where they were changing lines. So either way, that was still very dangerous and very stupid. They need to update those particular things if that's the way that's going to be. So there you go. BRB hitting the shops for lunch. No, fair enough. Enjoy. Generally, if you're going over a set of points, there's a maximum of 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers, because of the abrupt shift in direction. That would make certain sense. Final destination grounded down to a stub by the ground, scraping past the window hole. Ouchies. Oh, God. Teach you some Aussie cuss words. You know most of them. I mean, Smunt has been making the rounds. I'm officially teaching people Smunt, which I'm absolutely adoring. I think it's hilarious. Is the best Aussie word ever. I'm just loving making up Aussie slang words to fuck with you US and UK people. It's hilarious. Smunt. Oh, tell me more. Actually, that's a good point. Oh, I love that there's an Australian insult. 22 iconic insults that the rest of the world is missing out on. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody fucking wanker. Okay, champ. Yep. Got me suspended from Twitter because I watched too many Aussies. Well, there you go. Your own damn fault, you smut. It's like cunt and... Oh, whoops. It's like... See you next Tuesday and smut put together. No, see, that's the beauty of it, Copper Grasshopper. It's stupid. Motherfucking. And I do apologize for actually dropping the actual C-bomb there. My wife actually told me off earlier. She's like, can you stop saying fuck so much during your streams? I can hear you. And I'm just like, fuck. Yeah, righto. Followed by any of these. Either mate, champ, chief, big fella, turbo, or hero. Who the fuck's this turbo anymore? If my dog had a face like yours, I'd shave its ass and teach it to walk backwards. Fuckwit. That's quite there. No issues with the word? Fair enough. Drop kick. Face like a dropped meat pie. Have to go with the lesser said Gronk. Gronk? Why can you say MF but not C? Technically, I'm not supposed to say motherfucker either. Smunt is great. Watched Maths Australia. They kept saying I won't have a bar of it, I assume. Kept saying I won't have a bar of it. I assume I used that for a little bit, lol. I won't have a bar of it is just you're not putting up with shit. You're not going to put up with it at all. I'm not gonna have a bar of it. I'm just not. Even love when it does. That one I can't read out loud. Unfortunately, that one has been politically corrected into the ground. A mole, fuckknuckle, muppet. I love that ScoMo actually became a an insult, a grub, a shit cunt, a drongo, a numpty, a fucking tosser. Kick him in the Karen. And the security man. Hello, how you doing? What the hell does that mean? Sorry, what the fuck does that mean? So a poof was a certain type of stool that you used to put your feet on. It was then co-opted and it used to describe gay men, unfortunately. And it was taken very seriously, and as I said, it was politically corrected into the ground. Drink some concrete and harden the fuck up. Yes, you also can't use fairy. Yeah, can't complain. Just having a bit of a sit back and a blowout sort of thing. Just it was an ottoman. Yes, thank you. Just trying to sort of round out the day. Learnt all my Aussie cuss words from Rake. Hoofter is on this. Oh fuck! I wrote. I'm gonna get myself in trouble here. It's on the same level as smunt. I don't know what it even means, but it sounds hilarious. No, look, it's in a different category. It's in the same category as the bundle of sticks. Using specific cuss words in a huge abundance changes the way your neurons fire long term and make your vocabulary more fucks unless the book's long run. Spud Gun learned most of yours from Kevin Bloody Wilson. Oh, there you go. And lastly, you look like a half-sucked mango. Oof. Oh shit, I bet I can get away with using that in the US instead of a bundle of sticks. You probably could. But don't try it in Australia or I think to a lesser extent the UK. I don't get it, but I won't say it. Fair enough, there you go. Oh, alright, we should probably actually finish this because we're 4 minutes out of 11. I actually do want to finish it.
Law say, and how do I apply that to this particular case or any case that comes before me?
Tell me what it's like to be Judge Doral. Everybody knows what you're doing in the courtroom, but you have to leave the courtroom to come home, go places. So how did you manage that? In essence, are you like a juror? You really can't talk to anybody, right?
Well, I can talk to my colleagues, right? Yeah. That is one thing that even the rules of ethics support. And so I'd rely a lot on my colleagues to decompress, to bounce ideas or decisions that I would have to make and say, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? They were incredible to do that.
They only really use the first three letters of that.
Coming home and really unwinding.
No, Nico.
I think we all have our...
I'm just sort of doing like a little bit of extra ones in the night. These won't happen every night. I'll try and give you more than the 10 minutes notice that I give, but this is more just when I need to decompress at the end of the day. So there's going to be certain things that I cover, certain things I don't. Monday nights doing the Kinky Corner will probably become a new thing. But aside from that, the nighttime ones are more just about me decompressing. So I'm only going to be able to fit them in when I'm allowed to. Sorry, not when I'm allowed to, when I'm able to, I should say. Oh no, when I'm allowed to works, because it's based on my sleep schedule as well. Good morning, you figure from my imagination. Hello, Maddie. Hello from Rockhampton. Hello. She's a coffee drinker. Of course she's a coffee drinker. I'm old. I use it to my advantage. Try telling an older woman how to be politically correct. It's not happening. I can't wait to get old. Oh, granddad. You're just being racist or politically incorrect. Truth revealed, allowed was the correct word. Funny thing is, it's not the wife, it's the kid usually.
Our favorite TV shows that we like to watch, and I still was mom. I have 3 children, 2 of which are really out of the house, either in school or working. And
You're
then
based
my
enough to be an
younger one as
honorary
well, she's a
geriatric.
very
Thank you so
competitive
much,
athlete,
Jonathan.
So there were nights I was driving to Illinois with her because that's where she trains. And, you know, but that was kind of a nice time for me to share with her as well. And there were other times when I rely on her teammates. We have some teammates from up here as well to help out with the rides. And of course, my husband was amazing and support. I joke around that for at least the first 2 weeks, I needed protein in the middle of the week. And I said,
Oh,
"There's
yeah,
a great
I'm getting,
restaurant down the street." And
oh,
I
wait,
got a
hang on.
steak, brought it home, and it kind of fed me for a couple.
I'm going to make a joke about her eating too much protein during the week in a second. Honestly, the number of grey hairs that I've got coming in is not funny. See you, Crystal. Have a good night. Seems very bright and bubbly. She does now, doesn't she? Which is ironic. I'm old, not so politically correct. Needed protein. I'm old. Blue, got my first grey hair at 25. I was starting to go grey probably at about the 22 mark. That's when the first ones sort of started making their way in. I've got more of the salt and pepper going through my temples and down the side of my head now that I'm noticing. And just to gross you out, I'm getting white nose hairs. Go figure. Stop giving a fuck a long time ago. This wokeness shit is stupid. Well, there you go. We call it a meat injection. She needed a protein.
Wow.
Judge Mummy needed a protein injection.
Couple of days and just try to relax each night, get a good night's sleep, and then start each day as I would any other day, just to keep focused.
Were you surprised by all the letters that came in for you?
Absolutely. I should tell you, I haven't even read them. So
Why
they
not?
started coming
Whoa.
in, and
Wait,
I
what?
can't consider ex parte communication.
Oh, of course. Ex parte communications from the public during the course of the trial. But the trial's been over like a week and a half. Why have you not... It's been longer than that. No. When was the sentencing? Week and a half?
And so they started coming in, and at first you're like, oh, 1 or 2, right? I put them
Wow.
aside, and then things really started coming in. And so
Yeah, they did.
after I consulted with our ethics folks in Madison, I decided that everything would go to the clerk of courts. She would scan everything in, so whether letters, cards, or if like flowers or edibles came, we'd keep a record of that. I did receive some emails directly. People, it's not hard to figure out court officials' email. They're out there on the internet, and so
Yeah.
I just would forward everything printed off, and honestly, I really haven't had a chance to look through them. I mean, it was overwhelming,
Is
but
it something that you
An
hope
interview with
to
Judge
go
Darrow
back
now
and
that the
look at
trial's
them
over?
and respond to them?
I won't respond to them because I still have a pending case, and but now that sentencing
Ew.
is over, at some point I'll make a decision when it's appropriate to review them, and I'd certainly like to do that.
I think it
From
would
what
be
I
appropriate to
understand,
look
at
at
least
them,
from
but
some of the news reports, I mean, I think
as she said, it's probably
overwhelmingly
appropriate
were
for her to wait
positive,
until
a
the
couple
appeals
criticism,
moved on.
but that goes with the territory.
So were you surprised at all the attention on you? I mean, I think even someone dressed up as you.
I think she was in her
Wow.
40s.
That was
mid to late
amazing
40s?
because, as I understand it, people were inspired as
Objection.
as a woman, and then young girls were inspired. I've had people come up to me, and people that I know say, my daughter's rethinking what she wants to do for a career because of what she saw you do and how you handled yourself.
Crap.
So that was
And that means there's going to be a whole generation now of additional lawyers out there for the completely wrong reason. That I'm not going to lie, that does give me the shits a little bit. And that's not to say that women shouldn't be going into law. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not being sexist or anything along those lines. I'm saying that a lot of lawyers get into the field for the wrong reasons. Because they have that idealized version or idolize a vision of what the law is, or what acting as a lawyer is, or what being a judge is like, and all that sort of stuff. And you have people that are so dead set on becoming lawyers or getting into law or whatever that they go through all the effort, clog up the law school, and then they might they might not even make it to practice. But if they do, it might be for 2 years, and then they'll wash out. And it will be an absolute waste of money. Oh, she was 51, wasn't she? Thank you, Maddie. A waste of time and effort, frankly. So, exactly. She said that, and I'm like, oh, great, more soft handling dirtbags or whatever works, I guess.
It was really heartwarming, overwhelming.
So how does that make you feel as a mother and as a judge that young girls are looking at you and saying, maybe that's what I can do in life?
One of my crowning achievements is being a working mom. I might get a little emotional when I talk about that.
Oh, God.
Because not everyone is told, right, that they can have it all. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of sacrifice.
No, because you're not goddamn supposed to be told that you can have it all. Why put those kind of fantasies in people's heads? Look, I don't agree with Bronco on a lot of things, okay? But here's one of the things that I do agree with. In today's day and age, you can't have it all. Because the simple fact of the matter is, even for us, I run a law firm. My wife works 40 hours a week. She does pretty damn well for herself as well. We're still renting because of the way that the economy currently is. In this day and age, you can't... Exactly. Thank you, Aaron. Life is full of compromises. You can't have everything. Something has to give. Exactly. Didn't watch any of the trial. What was she like compared to Judge Penny? Oh, it was fucking chalk and cheese, Dan, honestly. The way that she went on, I mean, she treated the she treated the accused with kid gloves. He was a fucking smunt. And she kept removing him from the courtroom and inviting him back and sending him out again and inviting him back. It made me want to claw my eyes out. And then at one point, she finally got some balls, and then overnight they miraculously disappear as well. So, no Ty Bronca for the 24-hour stream. Look, I've invited pretty much everyone in the genre of LawTube. Anyone and everyone's more than welcome to show up. So, we shall see. When she was frightened of him. I can't believe she actually said that in the middle of the court. She said, he is frightening me. Control your courtroom better. The defendant is scaring me. Let's take a break. Yeah.
Sacrifice, but to teach my children, you know, whether my sons or my daughters, that you can work hard, you can be a public servant, you can have a career and still have your family, and encourage them and hopefully inspire them. That to me was so overwhelming, and it just amazes me that people look to me that way for doing what I love to do, and that's my job.
Were there role models for you? I mean, we had talked earlier, but your career, you decided to go into law after thinking about journalism.
Yeah.
Well, see, Rabbit, that's the problem. This whole time we thought he was wearing remote tasers. He wasn't wearing shit all. I was waiting for the... And we didn't get it. Not a feeling you should publicise during a big trial like that. No. And it was purely that she allowed herself to be intimidated by a guy who was shackled. Like, at any point, she could have, like, bound and gagged him. She chose not to. She kept removing him to another courtroom where he could still see he was strapped to a wheelchair. That wasn't in front of her, though. That was for his hearing in Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. I did watch that. She hit a breaking point. Yeah, but nowhere near soon enough. Yeah, he thought he had an electric shock bracelet on. Still acted like a smunt. Yep. We were all waiting for it. Oh, just once. And then Officer Tackleberry sitting in the back. He really wanted it. He was begging for a reason to crash Tackle Brooks.
Yes.
But were there role models for you?
I go back to law school and had some professors that really made an impact on me. One professor, I was able to work as his research assistant, and he had been the Attorney General of Guam. He had been the prosecutor on a case, Illinois versus Gates, and so we had kind of a bird's eye view, and it was a search warrant case, so had a bird's eye view into
Sorry guys, I covered over the chat.
that, and just really fell in love with
Damn.
criminal law. Did an internship while I was in law school for a prosecutor's office in Virginia Beach. There was one woman there who, you know, was fun to watch her. I had some classmates who were a little bit older as well, who law was a second career to them. And just as things unfolded, I really fell in love with criminal law. Wanted to come back home and be a prosecutor. And of course, kind of in the back of my mind, always thinking about the role of a judge and what that means. And I think in Wisconsin, we have two incredible, actually three, probably more, but 2 to 3 that really, really have made a difference to me. And that's Justice Rogensack, Justice Ziegler.
I'm sorry, Justice who?
Really have made a difference to me, and that's Justice Rogensack, Justice Ziegler, who's our Chief Justice, and Judge Diane Sykes, who's now with the 7th Circuit. I mean, all strong women, all women who have raised.
She was as weak as water. Wouldn't want her to be my judge. It was a slam dunk case. Yeah. So this is the reason she acted the way she did for 15 minutes of fame after. Judge struck me as needy from the start. Judge Robisack. Robisack. Yeah, and I mean, look, if she genuinely is now going to be trying to run for Supreme Court, I feel that this taints it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Brooks got everything that he deserved for the trial. But I do feel like this taints her conduct during the trial. And that is a bit of a concern to me.
Families while doing their jobs and doing them well. So I've had some great
Law school's not
role
needed,
models
make an
here in
apprenticeship, do that for the majority
Well,
of
you
careers
talked about
currently
some
employed in
high
college.
profile role
Yeah, I can get
models
behind
as
that.
well. And some people are wondering, what's next for Judge Doro? Are you interested in running for the Wisconsin Supreme Court?
What I can tell you is I've been overwhelmed with the outpouring of support and encouragement to consider a run for the Supreme Court.
Oh, I don't know. Supreme Court takes its good sweet ass time.
I like to consider all my options, right? I want to weigh things and certainly talk to my family and make a decision over the next couple of days, whether that's something that
It's a lot to think about.
right, it's whether it's something I'm interested in, whether it's something that I think is important to do. Of course it's important. Again, just overwhelmed by the show of support and encouragement to.
Okay, I'm not going to let her keep waffling on like that. Holy crap. Oh, what a joke. Oh god, and I still got the. Oh, what the? Whoops. Whoops. Apparently that's been there for a while. We vote against her for how she acted in the Brooks trial. She lacks a spine. Wholeheartedly agree with that. I do. She does not have anywhere near enough of a spine. Single broadcasting of one giant trial does not reflect who she is enough for me to want to endorse her and ask political stuff. Yeah, no thanks on the Supreme Court judge. We have enough empathetic judges there. Yeah. That was giving me court flashbacks. There are reasons in mind to act like that, so I think maybe it was something she had told. She was told, hey, you want to get past this, just get through it. Possibly. But then again, I still think that that reflects on her character, frankly. If she was just doing it, she was told to get through it. Aussie, that your secret spank bank. Oh, no. I've been working on some video.
Fuck you!
Record, not a band in sight. What? What? Can you see my LPs in the background? Oh yeah, you can just see them. That's only some of them. All she had to do was buy and gag him during the last 2 days. Pretty sure everyone would have supported her run then. That's very true. I do think that would have been the case. So she could have come out swinging. She really could have. She chose not to. So. Everyone's giggling at the Nick video. Oh, oh God. All right. What do you have over on Rumble? Shade Chaser. I'll be a self-hating sexist. There are too many women and girls working in jobs that they should not be, and there are way better role models than this judge. Legal Mindset made good points the other night. Law school is not needed. Make it an apprenticeship and do that for the majority careers currently requiring college. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I genuinely do. I did technically an apprenticeship traineeship for the last 2 years before I was admitted. I think I mentioned this previously. Here we have to do supervised workplace training or practical legal training. So you're either working in a law firm without pay for 6 to 12 months doing fake law work. Basically, it's like a simulated employment area that you pay to be there, or you go and work on the job and work under a real lawyer, get paid for doing real legal work. And I'm not going to lie, I learnt more in the first month on the job than I did the entirety of my law school degree. So you only have 4 states that allow that at this time, though. If something ever happens to my friend and I take my god kids, I'm going to do my best to be home for them, even homeschool if I can. You've clearly put a lot of thought into that, Shade. My husband was UK Army. We chose to have me stay at home so the kids have someone constant. No regrets. They're 17 and 18. Women who choose to stay home shouldn't be made to feel less than. No, absolutely not. Listen to all the charges being read and holy shit. That was a long day. And the fucking witness impact statements. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, I'm going to take my headset off for a second. Oh. You really realize that if you're not playing audio, you can take the earphones off and it just... Oh, damn, my hair's terrible. Fuck it, who cares? Alright. How's that eruption in Hawaii going, actually? No, I'm not trying vertical tabs. Eruption. Residents told to prepare for evacuation amid gas and ash warnings. Eruption draws spectators because idiots are more than happy to buy in-ear headphones. I have some. I spend like 4 hours a day with at least one of them in my ear, so it's nice to have the over ear ones occasionally. Also, I prefer having, if they're the in-ear ones, I prefer having them wireless, but because of the Bluetooth, it causes a delay, so it messes with the streaming. 4-year degree for the job, walking my dog typing at the same time. Well, there you go. Zookeepers even need a 4-year job, which is dumb. Doesn't even have to be an animal-related degree. There is zero need for that. Yeah, and look, that's one thing that I'll say as well about the Melbourne model. So Melbourne University here, if there's anyone here that's been to Melbourne University, correct me if I'm wrong, because I only know this information secondhand. But the whole point of the Melbourne model gives me the shits. You go and do an undergraduate degree, and then you have to specialize in your specific area. So you go and do an undergraduate degree, and then you go and do your JD. I get that that's how the US is sort of set up, is that you do college, then you go into law school, whatever you want to say it. I did a bachelor's degree. I did a 4-year undergraduate bachelor's degree. I guarantee the extra years that I got working in practice will outweigh any benefit that a undergraduate non-specific degree would have for anybody, honestly. Tried my wireless on StreamYards once and it was bad delay and echo. Yeah. Do the wired ones that Nick uses. Apparently they're very good, fitted for your ears and loud as fuck. Yeah. And yes, they are expensive. So that is sort of why I haven't really looked into them as of yet. I only really just bought these new ones anyway, so well, I'm already making a mess of them. we shall see. Hair is looking good today. Got some product in. Yeah, actually I do. Just not a great deal. By the time it gets to the end of the day, the product's sort of like, like worn out or moved on or whatever. So it's really fluffy, but it's you know, feel good. I feel good. As always, on the job experience better than anything. Damn straight. Am I the only one seeing blue liquid shimmer on the shelf? No, you are not, Mistress Meg. That is because that is the bottle of absinthe, and I still technically have the green screen filter on this camera. Give me a nurse with a 2-year associates and a large amount of hands-on training over a 4-year book grad any day. They're so much better to train. Well, there you go. Hello, Jacob. Mudrate 24 forever. How are we doing? It's still cool. It's not bad. It's not a bad effect. At some point, I will actually turn the green screen off because I don't actually need it anymore. You find e-monitors like Nick's for less. I have shooting earplugs that are custom made that have electronics in them. It's alive. I prefer to think of it as it looks like a magic potion sitting on the shelf. Is that not a Romulan ale? No, it is not. Company makes sound monitors as well. Interesting. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, hang on. Do I have a bottle of water? Yes, I do. Good. I have my emergency water on hand. So parched, and I was thinking it's a mana potion. Yeah. I was like, do I have time to get up and get a drink? Do I really care? My lips are absolutely parched, so yes, I'm glad I have my emergency water. Oh, dear. Sorry about that. That was probably nice and loud. Oh, good afternoon from the Netherlands. Hello. Kudos to you for being able to drink absinthe. Not a fan myself. I never said I was a fan. I just couldn't find any of that, what's it called? Malort, whatever it is. Just read about the stinging tree from Queensland, the Gimpy Gimpy. You only just learned about that? Who was it that I told about that the other day? And they did not believe me that it was real. I think I've told Nick, and I'm pretty sure I told Vices as well. But thank you very much for your super chat, Xcomer. Yes, the Gimpy Gimpy is so painful that a horse once had to be put down, and a guy shot himself because he used it as he found himself short of toilet paper and wiped his ass with it. They found him with a bullet wound. So, yeah, the Gimpy Gimpy is fucking terrifying. Yes, even the plants are terrifying. Had a scarf like months after I brushed up against some Gimpy Gimpy. Oh, really? Ooh. Sorry to hear that, Jonathan. I really am. Mind you, what are the breeder ants that they use for that tribal thing? I think it's in, I want to say in Indonesia. They've got these ants that they attach to gloves, and you put the gloves on your hands, and you have to stand there. And the longer that you are able to stand, the pain, because these things are like, it's like having chili pepper extract injected with every bite. So apparently also a thing that can keep giving recurring pain for years. Yeah. Is it bullet ants? No, these things are worse than bullet ants. These things are native, and Hamish and Andy did it. Yes, they did. Yep. I don't remember the name, but I think it's South American. South American? Hang on. Actually, I can probably just look that up really quickly. Hamish and Andy ants gloves. Maybe they were bull ants. What ants did they get stung by? Oh, they were bullet ants. Okay, I stand corrected. Was that phone ringing? Can't tell. Damn, you've got it in Florida? Ooh, if that's made it out into the wild, that's not great. Oh, hell no? No. Well, it's not Australia, where even if it's not trying to end you, it wants to end yourself. Wants you to end yourself. What's that? Agree with the nurse. I trust my CNA friend with over a decade experience more than a fresh medical school graduate. Damn straight. No, Florida's just Queensland. I feel like I need a uni course in the wilderness to ever visit Australia. Excoma, honestly, the book smarts that you get from anything like that is not going to be enough to save you. I'm just going to be perfectly honest, okay? Or a flamethrower. Keep plants, animals, insects, sea creatures, and just send me Chris Hemsworth. I don't mind Chris Hemsworth, like not as a partner or anything, but I'd take him for a beer. I can't pronounce that. The Satramawe people of Brazil use intentional bullet ant stings as part of their initiation rites to become warriors. Ants are first rendered unconscious, and then 80 of them are woven into the gloves. Fuck. Gimpy is edible if the hairs are removed. Oh my god, who's going to remove the hair? Not me. I'm not going anywhere near that shit. Far fewer things want to kill you in Florida. That is true. Or was it the Scoville scale for pain? He did bullet ants. Did I make that up? I'd let a bullet ant bite my left nut for $100. Nope. Nope. Just nope. Bullet ants are fucking painful. And I'm sorry. You'd have to pay me way more than $100 to let anything bite my nut. Yes, Hamish and Andy did do it. Yep. You wouldn't do it a second time? Fuck no, I wouldn't do it the first time. Oh, crikey. There are 70 of you sitting here and watching me just talk and shoot the breeze. Thank you very much. I'd pay $100 to see someone else have their nut bit by a bullet ant. Simple pleasures, 2 for 1 special. I'll take this opportunity. Guys, if you need to, please check that you've liked and subscribed. If you've previously subscribed to me, please just double check that you still are actually subscribed, because Susan keeps taking my subscribers. So, playing World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Ooh. Actually got icy hot on my nutsack once. Oh, fruit tingle. It's like Tiger Balm or Deep Heat. Yep. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? There's like a bunch of scaredy cat Gen Zers in this chat. Oh, Dwayne. Just got here. What are we talking about? We're talking about anything and everything. Most recently, we were talking about the Gimpy plant. So, enjoying the chat stream? Yeah, I like this sort of like laid back, just generally able to interact with the chat. I'm gonna eyeball you. That's enough of that creepy shit. Okay, so there's nothing new on Rumble chat. Good, glad to see that. Icy hot. Who the hell uses icy hot as lube? Ew. Susan. Yeah, as in the CEO of YouTube. We just call it, we call YouTube Susan. It's just a thing. Missed Aussie's curse words. That's true. Did I hear you say crikey just a second ago? Did I? I may well have. Like, that's how interwoven it is into our vernacular, that I can say it and not even, like, it doesn't even twig. I think fire ants are the worst. Quite possibly. My friend who repairs boilers once got scalding water on his balls. Oh, dear God. What was the law case where the guy killed 2 and ate her face? Not guilty, nutty Florida. Yeah, but that's by way of insanity. I did see that the judge accepted the insanity plea for the face eater. We have one poisonous snake here and it rarely kills. Aussie land would be terrifying. I have some photos to share with you guys. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Where did I bring them up? Save them in the folder that I labeled. I literally labeled a folder Aussie just to share with you guys. Yeah, how am I going to do this? Open it with more apps. How is there not a picture viewer built into Windows 10? There's got to be. Oh, it's because it's a WebWP. Okay, never mind. Alright, so if I add that to that, open that there. Yep, that works. Alright, let's have a look, see if I can make this work. No, that's not what I want. I want to uncrop that. Transform. Bottom. No, I'll just take the bottom off. That'll be fine. But that does mean that I've got to move the add alert, add overlay to the top. Nope, that still hasn't worked. Okay, there we go. Alright, so first off, big ass spider. Nice big huntsman there for you. And drop bear dropping in. This was us during the lockdown. Literally, keep your distance. At least one adult kangaroo apart. 1.5 meters. Tell me if you can tell what's wrong with this photo. There's a snake in my boot. Fuck no, red belly, black in the shoe. Yep. So there's that. And people wonder why we have to check our shoes every morning. Where was the other one? No, I don't want to open that. I just want to grip and drag it. Hang on, what's going on here? Hutch the Dirty Roofer. Hello. Hayden, me and my buddy Barry were ripping the roof off a trailer and opened up a huge wasp's nest who both gained wings and flew off that roof before being chased to the homeowner's pool. Fuck that. Ouch. Hope you had a half-decent landing. Good morning, Valhalla awaits. People, please remember, go and give Valhalla a good bit of support. 266 subscribers now. And videos are quite entertaining. Whoops. Eddie the Emu. Yep. Prefer snakes to spiders, though. Spider, I would use a flamethrower. Don't keep your shoes outside in Rockhampton. No, for the most part, neither do we. The only shoes that'll still be outside are a pair of flip-flops / thongs. Oh, excuse me. Even then, it'll be, where is the emu? Right there. Can't see the emu? Emu. Emu. Run like the wind. What was that? What type of office? What, for the emu? I believe that would have been. What would that have been? It's like a government office of some sort. Small airport, maybe? I'll lean into it. Emu was just waiting for his ride. Yep. Do people have emus as house pets? I don't know if they have them as house pets. They occasionally do have them as. Um, is that some random airport with an emu? I'm pretty sure that was an airport. I'm fairly confident that that is an airport. Three best mods from Jeff's channel. On you guys. Mike likes tacos. How you doing? Cat fried rice. All right, and last but not least, a sign seen at the local Safeway. Sorry, Woolworths, I should say. Please be aware we have a snake asleep under our ice freezer. Screw that. What's a flightless bird doing at an airport? Very damn good question. Alrighty. I'll tell you what, that was quite entertaining. Where is... Let's have a look. Let's get some more funny Aussie picks up, shall we? Oh, we have a new super chat come in. Got the landing. Have you ever had to swim in work boots, pants, and tool belt? That was assuming seeing a struggle at the edge. That was amusing seeing a struggle on the edge after driving in. That would have sucked so badly. Did I say? Sorry, I just saw that. That would have sucked so badly, Hutch. I genuinely hope that nothing was injured, but aside from your pride, I mean, holy shit. Why do I keep living on the gates of hell? Well, someone's got to beat it back. Keep the gates shut for you. We put up with a hell of a lot to keep the rest of you safe. I had a bus driver in high school that had a pet alligator as a kid in northern Canada, but it got stuck on its back when he went out one day and died. Oh, that sucks. See, I'm the kid that caught the baby copperhead when I was camping in the Boy Scouts. This doesn't faze me. See you in the NT. So sleepy, sleep for a bit. Fair enough. Have a good sleep, Rose. Look, my wife has this story where she went out, lifted up a brown snake to collect the eggs from the chicken that it was laying on. That's her claim to fame. So there are some pretty fearless people out there. I personally wouldn't have touched the fucking thing because I suck with snakes. Costs extra for snake eyes. Oh yeah. Literally said oh at the same time as you. Well, there you go. All right. Let's see if I can paste this across to the. Same-sex marriage debate in a nutshell. Same-sex marriage is not gay privilege, it's equal rights. Privilege would be something like gay people not paying taxes, like churches don't.
Emotional damage.
A cat came home after missing in the fires for 7 nights. She's burnt but should live. We thought we lost her when the fire consumed most of her property. Oh shit, this must have been from the Black Saturday fires. Oh, good on him. Sushi cat lives. Snake eggs are the best. Oh, look, they weren't snake eggs. That's just it. It was in a chicken coop. And her job every morning was to go out and collect the chicken eggs. Probably sleeping too since EDB will be on at 3 a.m. Fair enough. Slept for 5 hours but feeling fully refreshed. Ready to keep leveling in the latest WoW expansion that came out last night. Let me know if it's any good. I haven't played since what was the expansion where they introduced the wargs? I genuinely can't remember. Isn't a brown snake really dangerous? Yes, Valhalla awaits. Yes, it is. Heaps of reds and browns up here in Queensland. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah. It's all fun and games when you go to pay respects and get lunged at. Ugh. Poor kitty. Snakes get in the house once in a while when the season changes. I can't do it. They reckon like 1 in 5 houses in Melbourne has a snake in the roof because of like rats and all sorts of things. No, you do not mess with common brown snakes. You never do. Alright, what else we got? My physics teacher defended her house from bushfires by herself and then waited at the fire in her pool using a scuba tank. Damn. Is this all going to be about the bushfires? I thought these were supposed to be some funny Aussie pics. Firefighter saves a koala. Oh no, sorry, that's an army guy. Why are you littering? Why are you littering? I'm a jerk. I don't care about natural areas. Mummy still cleans up after me. All of the above. Oh, only in Australia. Apologise for asking, as I'm sure you've already talked about it, but how's the lady Overlord doing and mum and dad? Little Overlord is doing well. The antibiotics did their job. She is thankfully, I mean, she went back to daycare today. Thank God for that. She's bouncing around and she's back to her normal self. So she's doing very well. Thank you so much for your super chat and thank you very much for showing that you care. I do appreciate it. And no, I'm never going to crack the shits if people ask me the same questions over and over again, particularly if you're asking about the well-being of my children, of my daughter or myself. I myself would say that my tank is probably sitting at around 70%. For anyone that's not familiar with the concept, one way that we deal with our sort of emotional fortitude is that we've learnt to embrace the concept of having a fuel tank for yourself. And depending on how much fuel you've got in your tank depends on how much you can actually deal with shit that happens and whether or not you can just be fucked, honestly. And sometimes you get really run down, you get to empty, and that's when you explode or you just no longer give a fuck. So as it stands, I'm probably sitting at about a 60% tank. I'm feeling okay. I could use some me time just to sit and recharge, refill the tank. But I'm enjoying doing this. And the tank is slowly creeping up. So, if I ever go to Australia, I'm bringing a flamethrower. The only good snake is a dead snake. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. How is it that YouTube takes a measly 2-minute 30 a freaking hour? Oh, tell me about it. The whole uploading and editing and all that sort of shit. It's just how much for diesel I'm getting done here. That's just a good point. What is the current petrol at the moment? Because I know that hang on, I've got 7-Eleven app. Current petrol price. Ooh, crap. I might have to call it soon, guys. On the best local price. Okay. $1.99. Fuck, I should lock that in. It's not bad. Pushing the car to the gas station. Don't you just hate when you have days when you feel like that, though? Not that bad here in Australia, lol. Brace your hose, may help you fill your tank. No, surprisingly, engaging in those sorts of activities can be quite draining, honestly, I find. Some nights it's easy just to go to sleep. $2.27 in Rockhampton. Fuck. Guys should get better fiber optic internet like me. Uploaded an 18-minute video last night in 10 minutes. brag. I think that's got more to do with how close you are to the YouTube servers than anything else, actually. So happy she's hearing you do better and the antibiotics worked. Make sure you have some you time. You need it and deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure this sign would have went up during the lockdowns. Listen up, shitheads. We have a simple message to all those idiots jamming our stores and car parks. We've got plenty of food and other items in stock. We've got warehouses full of them. We won't run out unless you bastards keep listening to other bogans on social media and snap them up before we snap up every item we stock before it even hits the shelves. As for toilet paper, for fuck's sake, stop asking for it. We have plenty to go around. If only morons like you stop buying every roll for no good reason. We value your custom and support, but Jesus Christ, some of you are fuckwits. Sincerely, Aldi, Coles, and Woolworths. Have to get ready to mod for Jeff. Fair enough. Adios and enjoy. I'm gonna get back into the crypto market and make some other polyamorous freak rich. I'm still hoping that Shiba Inu gets to at least a cent. If Shiba Inu makes it to 1 cent, I'm a millionaire. Because I bought when it was like ridiculously, like I bought on it for a joke, but you know. The main thing is crypto, stocks, whatever else it is, you don't put money in that you can't afford to lose. Seriously, that's the long and the short of it. Like the signage was needed here in the US. Need to start bagging gum leaves for those that want extra housewives. Lives in a fake country, they don't have internet. I've got internet. How the fuck do you think you're watching me? Screw you, I'm buying 10 packs of 10 like usual. Yes, he is in fact a mod here. Crypto's a Ponzi scheme. Damn straight. Alright, what else we got? So I was looking through my phone and it turns out these good smunts took some banger selfies after they took my drunk ass home. Bloody legends. They're 2 police officers. Took selfies with a drunk guy after they drove him home. Not all cops are assholes. Not all cops are smunts. Some of them just give them a very bad name. Just want Shiba Inu to hit $1. I'll take my near billion with joy. Protect and serve. You say the UK cops? No, that's Aussie. I can tell you right now. That, I reckon, I can probably even... I'm almost positive that is either Queensland or South Australia's emblem. Oh, I screamed out too. Yeah, the uniforms do look very similar. Oh, they did a Bushfire Heroes Funko Pop. That's awesome. I bet the cop chick has OnlyFans. If she does and she gets found out, she ain't going to be cop for very long. Too hot to keep changing the sign. God good, sin bad, details inside. I have great eyes. I couldn't even see it when I squinted. I'm used to seeing them. That's the thing. I'm used to looking at the different police logos. I'm one of those Funky Pops. They were a limited edition. Really? Cool. In Maryborough in Queensland, the birthplace of Mary Poppins author P.L. Travers, they have Mary Poppins traffic lights. Oh, I'll be damned. What's that? Last year's trip to Australia, love from Belgium. Look at the different signs. So you got Walk in the Road with wild camels, wild horses for the next 20 kilometres. Marine stingers are present in these waters. Koalas for the next 20 kilometres. Kangaroos. Emus. Tree kangaroo crossing. Turtles. Meanwhile, in Australia, restaurant notes, no doorbell. Yell oi smunt really loud. Looks like it was either Domino's or Pizza Hut. Number 30 family deal. That's hilarious. It's almost as bad as the doorbell doesn't work, go around the back. Excuse me. Moink, moink, moink. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I genuinely think that is something that desperately needs to be instituted in the um at the airports. All right, what else we got? I'm probably going to call it the next 5, guys. So if there's anything that you specifically want to talk about, let me know. We couldn't access the meter. Chicken, unsure if couldn't access the meter on the 25th of the 1st, 2019. So this was a someone coming to check on the electric meter that's on the side of the house. Just got recommended a channel of a crazy Aussie playing with blue-ringed octopus. Fuck that in every way. Yes, do not fucking touch blue-ringed octopuses when you come here. Or Man of Wars, or any other shit like that. If it's in the ocean, don't touch it. Just don't. Don't touch. Safest thing you can do. Unsure if Chicken was restrained, she tried to peck me. You wuss. Aww. And today, you guys learned that echidnas can swim too. My old hometown of Chinchilla, one grade 6 student Ariel carried out a one-person climate strike. What a champion. Chinchilla is at the center of the biggest coal seam gas fields in the country. If it's on land, don't fucking touch it either. Yeah, just keep your hands to yourself. Honestly. Pile of manure dumped outside the Sydney headquarters of News Corp. News Corp, quit the bullshit, told the truth. The sign reads. He was scratching one on the head. My butt clenched so hard during the video. Stunning view. No ugly wind turbines in view. Absolutely gorgeous. If it's in the water in Australia, be very careful over there. Croc scare me more than anything. Well, there you go. Brilliant, well deserved. Smart bins that use solar panels to compact our waste. I actually don't mind these. Is that LA? No, that was Sydney. That's the point. The toxic haze and all that sort of thing can be so bad that it's not funny. Community bike repair station. What the fuck? Brisbane has public bike repair stations. There you go. You hear about the robots that use human bodies for fuel? I don't even want to know. The Antarctic ice sheet is growing due to global warming. Beware, the ice is coming. That's fine. I'm better in the cold than I am the heat. Seriously, as summer gets more and more, thank God we got the aircon now. I have no idea how I'm going to go having the overhead aircon on while streaming. You guys are going to have to listen to. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because it is going to get that roasty toasty in here and I'm going to get so uncomfortable. Looks like it's in the Queen Street Mall. Could well. Gag video, the eater robots. Oh, look, they'll get there eventually. Summer in Australia. The dog, the cat, and 4 chooks all hiding in the shade of the trampoline. You'll deal with the blowing sound. Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, how we deal with spiders and their babies. That's not what I meant when I asked for a blowjob. Well, unfortunately, Dwayne, that's about all I can do. Set the mic gate higher. We're on to hear the AC. That's not a bad idea, actually. Thank you. Hopefully, you'll still be around later on when I actually time to burn down the house. So cute. Did you all see Hayden's cheeks get all puffy when he blew onto the mic? That's going to get memed, isn't it? Where I'm at in Utah, it can suck during the winter. The valley can trap the air pollution. It's called inversion when it happens. Yeah. Bird eating spiders up here? Oh, yeah. Oh, this one slipped through the back door of the Department of Transport. X3222A, as seen in the rearview mirror, reads arse sex. You're not going to be able to read this because I can see from the thing that it's a little bit too bad. But this is during part of the recent flooding, and that sign says "Know your bushfire plan" because the bushfire rating for that day would have been particularly high. Half the country's underwater, half the country's on fire. Welcome to Australia. Blue tongue lizard meeting at the back door. Beach closed until further notice. Yeah, it looks real close to me. Do you want to learn to play recorder? No thanks, 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 no thanks. You ever just watch water burn in Australia? Sometimes. What was that creature? What creature? Oh, that one. That's a blue tongue lizard. Literally everything is trying to kill you there. Look, to be fair, a blue tongue lizard is not going to kill you. They're not poisonous. They're just there to, you know. I mean, they can scratch, they can bite, they can do whatever, but for the most part, they're not going to hurt you. Essentially, what you're saying is Australia is the West Coast. Probably. Yeah, opening my door and finding a blue tongue skink or a monitor lizard would be awesome. No, monitor lizards, no. Just no. Skink, maybe. Blue tongue, a monitor lizard, no. Australia is weird. It's almost like it's not real. Okay, but tell me this, okay? So here's the thing. Are they safe to kiss? I personally wouldn't do it, Jonathan. Here's the thing. What would you be more inclined to believe? That a creature with a 9-foot neck and horns with spots exists? Or that a horse with a horn on its head exists? What's more far-fetched and what exists? If us Americans say Australia's down under, do Aussies say that the States is up over? I have never once heard anyone say that. We just call you a bunch of Yanks. 5 a.m, woke up at 6 yesterday morning, haven't been able to sleep yet. Damn, sorry about that. Officially deeming Australia unfit for human habitation. Well, we're kind of stuck here. Horse also has wings and flies on rainbows. Santa sits down and talks to a little girl and says, what do you want for Christmas? And the little girl says, how about an animal in Australia that doesn't try and kill you? How about something a little more realistic? Oh, fuck, I fucked up the joke. Santa sits down and talks to a little girl and she says to her, what do you want for Christmas? Little girl says, I want a flying unicorn. Santa says, how about something a little more realistic? And she says, okay, how about an animal in Australia that doesn't try and kill you? Santa says, what color do you want your unicorn? What? It's all Hayden's fault. What did I fuck up now? Been there more than once this week, thanks to Hayden. Oh, meh. Nobody wants to be a bottom. Need to educate these international folks on our legendary bunyips. Oh, no, we did that during the Halloween episode. We talked about the bunyips and how fucking scary they can be. A couple of years back, my kitten was messing with a tiger snake in the front yard. Fuck! What's the kitten's name? Rambo? I believe Pope Brackets, you guys lost 2 wars against emus. Yes, technically we lost 2 wars against emus. The annoying thing is, it was a war in name only, and we're never gonna live that down now. It was literally 2 blokes with a couple of machine guns. They called it a war so that they could use military resources, and they still fucking lost. Like, seriously. Kitten's name is Mudguts. I'm a Mad Max fan. Oh, there you go. The ex-kitten. What's your opinion on inland taipans? I'd rather have my nuts rubbed with a Gimpy than go anywhere near an inland taipan. Alright, so what do we got? Ringtail possum. Oh, lovely. Centipede sitting in the shoe. Even the magpies try and get you? Yep. Not wrong. Alright, so that's all of that. It's a ballsy statement, but it's an accurate one. I can't do, like, inland taipans are ridiculously poisonous, and I can't do snakes at the best of times, so. Alright guys, it has just gone midnight. I'm gonna try and get some sleep so that I can be back here first thing in the morning. Nope. Ever watched the oversimplified video about the Emu War? No, I haven't. I'm sure I can add that to the list of things to do. Guys, I am looking as to what trials and whatnot people want me looking at in the future. I keep seeing, because things pop up in chat and then I forget to write them down. So if anyone has any ideas, please by all means throw it in the Discord, DM me on Twitter, because frankly I'm getting frustrated with myself as to content ideas and things like that. So cheers for keeping me company during work. You're very welcome. Get a superpower of case of crazy insomnia when you're going into the creative zone. Been writing song lyrics and create a YouTube video that's still uploading. Well, there you go. Alrighty, hang on. I will switch over here so you can get a nice big shot of my mug. Discord link. Oh, actually, I should probably put the link tree in the thing. God, I'm stupid at times. Linky 3. Got a night stream. Yeah, well, look, like I said, I will be doing the odd ones. It's more just I won't be able to do it every night. So what I'm saying is don't get used to it. Don't pencil it in as a given every single frigging night. I am going to be making more of an effort to make sure that I'm actually on time for the morning ones. All right, Linktree is in the chat. Son of a... Thank you for calling Aussie Overlaw'd. How may I direct your call? Yep, okay, you got me. I'm officially putting the do not disturb on. Face of our very own beloved Aussie. Well, there you go. YouTuber with the most interaction with chat. I do try. I really do. I mean, look, admittedly, guys, I'm going to have to tweak certain things because at some point, this does still have to be viable. Because I've said it once, I'll say it again. Of the morning streams, when it eats into my morning, I'm giving up a fair bit to be here. And at some point, the wife's going to start giving me grief about it. But the main thing is that we're all here, we're all enjoying ourselves, and we're all having fun. Okay? I can't believe you called in just to say mummy milkers. Like, I've got to give you props for that. Hang on. Did it create it through the ride? Lovely. I didn't share it with the stream? Oh, shit. So, hang on. So when I was talking to Crystal before, I could hear her, but you guys couldn't. Is that what you're saying? You couldn't hear what she was saying? Fuck. How do I fix that then? Yes, okay. So you guys can't actually hear the call. It was muted. Oh, son of a bitch. So you guys were just listening to my half of the conversation. Oh, I had the studio remix. Okay. Oh, alright. I was Blanderous. Okay, fair enough. Didn't hear the call up. Okay. Alright. Oh, and my phone's dead now, so I can't even call him myself. Fuck it. And so another episode ends as the absinthe shimmers. Such is the sands through the hourglass. Such is the days of our lives. The computer's locked up. Oh, that sucks. Didn't hear the second call either. Damn it. It was literally Blanderous called up just to say Mummy Milkers and then hung up. You have a dog on your logo? No, no, no. It's an eagle. It's supposed to be an eagle anyway. All right. I'm going to head off, guys. Thank you so much for keeping me company for these, damn, 200 bit hours. Oh shit, you have my phone number. I guess I didn't think that through. Oh, don't stress. I'm not even sure that it shows through anyway. Tell you what, just to make you feel better, I'll go through and clear the cache and clear the history out, okay? Let's see. Call received on. Delete. There you go. Alright, I've cleared my cold cache. Alrighty. I'm actually going to get out of here. Cheers, guys. As always, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. She's great, Night Hunter. The antibiotics did the job. She was bouncing around today. She went back to daycare, so thank God that's sorted. And one less stress off my mind, frankly. So, as always, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I'll catch you in approximately 8 hours. Cheers, guys.